say, the ref this or this and that. The crowd was booing him, and then they were booing the Hamzat, and then it's that, and it's like talking about everything else except for like, okay, we lost the fight. It is what it is. Let's see if we can get better now. And
is CIT still the gym? Is that still the gym?
Yeah, CIT still top, but I think they try a little bit. Like, with all due respect, I mean, I've never trained there. I've only ever fought against one of the guys from their gym.
They showed love to PFASA when Dricos was champion. I remember Dricos went to PFASA to do it.
He would come and visit and do some pad work with Mikey. He jumped in the classes with myself and the other guys as well. Yeah. But like the gym, the culture at CIT and so on, like I don't know much about it, but I feel like if you even take Cameron Simon, for example, and some of the other guys that I've seen fight, they try and mold everyone's style of fighting around Dricus' style, which is that blitz come forward, like kind of overpowering striking and so on. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's not something that everybody can adapt to. And I think that's why, I use Cameron, for example, why Cameron's got caught in his fights, because I mean he's trying to use that blitzing kind of thing, and he gets caught with because he's trying to overpower. They commit too much to their punches, and then they get caught. But CIT is still one of the top gyms in South Africa, definitely. There's no doubt about that. And they've got a great team there, got great fighters, great contenders. I think they've got the lightweight champion is there. I don't know. There could be another champion. I'm not too sure. I don't really follow too much.
Varian is there. Varian is there as well, isn't it?
I think so. Yes, I think so. Yeah.
It's CIT.
So so they top. No, they top. They are good. But I think with this now, it just exposes a little bit of the weaknesses in the gym, and they're like, okay, cool, which is normal. If you're a fighter that has momentum and you're winning and you lose, eventually your weak links and your gaps in your game will eventually be exposed. And I mean, that's the nature of the game. There's always someone out there that's trying to beat you, and eventually someone will get it right, and then it gets exposed. So they just gotta fix what's lacking a little bit, and I'm sure they can do that. Like I said, they've got a good team, and but I mean, from the coaching perspective, there's no need to be making excuses too much about other things. Just take it on the chin, be humble. It's all good. It's part of the game. If there's a winner, there must be a loser, and vice versa. And that's it. Just go back and fix the game and try again.
This is one of the reasons why we love having you on Dust Up Shakedown, because you give us a full synopsis of what the hell's going on, and your take is always valued around here in Los Angeles. Trust me, your take is always valued around here.
Quick one, Ray. A quick one.
Yo,
I have a question after this as well.
The gilly?
Was he silly for dropping the gilly?
For jumping the gilly, yeah, because he jumped the gilly when he was actually in control, and everyone's like, "But no, Dricus."
Yeah, I think one of the things that we train is, if you see the submission, don't rush and like become overzealous and be like, "Oh, I've got the neck now," and then you jump, you pull the gilly, or you try go for a rear naked choke, and then next thing they've reversed the submission, and then they're in the dominant position. That's why it's so tricky unless you're like, your submission game is your forte and you're a black belt and you know how to set up submissions from your back and it's like your specialty, then cool, by all means, play to your strengths. But if you are a ground and pound artist like myself, or you want to be in the dominant position on top, you don't necessarily want to go for the submission so soon, because just like we saw in the fight with Dricus, he jumped the guillotine. Next thing, he was on his back. Hamzat escaped, and now what? Now Hamzat is in the dominant position. Same as if you're going for like a rear naked choke. You get the choke, you pull him into your guard, you fall on your back, he reverses it, then he's on top. Then you gotta work double time to get back to your dominant position, and then work for that submission again. So it's best to take your time and make sure you've really got it, and don't rush, because if it's there, you're gonna get it. If it's there, you'll get it. So yeah, I think it was a little bit overzealous. Maybe he got a bit excited and was like, "Oh, here's my chance. I can finish him quickly." But yeah, we all saw what happened. So maybe it was he took his chance. You know, you got to take your chance in the fight, but at the same time, you don't want to do something that's going to put you in a bad position. So I think that's what happened.
I definitely agree. I have one question before we move into the videos. Now, I've saw a lot of mixed martial arts. I've been watching for the last like 20 plus years, and though I'm not a professional fighter, I do have some experience training. Not nearly as much as you, so I feel like you'll be able to answer this question better than anybody else in the chat, viewing live, or in the panel. That version of the crucifix is not something that I ever really remember seeing pulled in the UFC. Typically, when somebody pulls that crucifix position, they've got their kind of heavy leg or dominant leg resting over the wrist point, and that's how they're positioning that control. Khamzat did. I mean, I've joked and said like we've heard of the Dagestani handcuff. I almost want to call it the Chechen handcuff with the way that he pulled off this crucifix, right? Like, and I think people are going to start doing it. The way he crossed the legs around it, I watched like multiple videos right after the fight and the next days, and none of them explained how to get out of that specific variation. And me rewatching it, I'm just hard pressed to know like how would you fight to get out of that specific version of the crucifix, and have you been put in a similar version to that?
Twist his dick.
It's difficult.
Twisted.
It's that look. It's a very complicated position, and it's definitely more of like a modified side control, nearly with the one arm being trapped in almost like a triangle. But it wasn't like necessarily like a full triangle. It was more like a pinch with the knees. And when you're pinching the knee like that, you're actually extending the shoulder out. So it's very difficult for you to turn. So it's like that part's isolated. Then he's capturing him on the tricep on the other side with that underhook. And that also prevents you from turning. So you're stuck. The best way, one of the ways to get out of that is to actually loosen the arm on the leg side and get your elbow out. And once you've got your elbow out, you kind of like turn the sorry, I almost about the table here. You like kind of turn the shoulders out and then slip the arm by the leg down to the floor, and then you can kind of work for the underhooks and get back to that position where you can reverse the side control. But it's very, very difficult if you pin down like that and you pretty much clamped on the elbow, your shoulder, and then the other arm is clamped as well. It's very difficult. I have never been caught in one of those in an MMA fight, but it has happened to me in jiu-jitsu with the black belts. They get you in that position.
That's exactly why I brought it up. Like when I've done I've done MMA and Muay Thai a lot more than I've done any jiu-jitsu straight classes. But in the jiu-jitsu classes, like I've been put in a regular crucifix one time. Yeah. And the only way I can describe it to someone who's never trained is I felt like I was drowning, bro. Like it was quicksand. Like the more I struggled, the more I felt like I was just giving up position and just like losing. And
it's one of those positions where if you're trying to fight and move and they're really controlling you, you gas out. You eventually gas out unless you're close to the cage and you can get your feet up on the cage and you can kind of buck and kick over, and then you're in like you can kind of get the fish hook on the opponent. But other than
that, you can roll momentum and end up on top position, and then you can just slide your arm right out. But that's the thing about that fight. Again, when I rewatched it, I noticed Khamzat specifically would wait until Dricus would follow him to the center to strike, and that's when he'd shoot the takedown on him.
And then he would take it. Yeah, because he's far away.
It was just so intellectual, so calculated.
You're so right with it being near the cage, because the other fighter that we see utilize that position very, very well, especially in championship fights. Valentina Shevchenko, she's used it so many times, and she will get you right in the middle of the octagon. You ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? Once she gets you there, it's kind of pretty much over. And it's a wild position to be in, man. And man. Hey, I'm definitely looking forward to Dricus's comeback, but I personally don't think an immediate rematch, especially on the scorecard. Like you should really and truly, you don't get immediate rematch for one of those. It was so one-sided. But at the end of the day, the amount of title defenses that he's had would say if you really wanted a rematch, maybe the Brasses might give it to him based on the type of fighter he's been for the promotion. They might just grant him that, because Dricus has always been one of those fighters that will travel anywhere, anytime. Australia, take me there. China, take me there. Vegas, take me there. Chicago, I don't mind. Even though we know he wants to fight on African soil, and that's probably one of the things. I think if he does recapture the belt, maybe he should lobby to
I think
that
that African soil is a pipe dream at this point now again.
Yeah, I
unfortunately.
agree. I think with him, I think with Trickers not having the belt now, it's
That's why I said maybe when
it's delayed a little bit.
if he
I'm not gonna
recaptures the
say
belt.
it won't happen, but I think it will definitely be pushed back now that he's not champ. But yeah, Trickers he's got a fighting spirit. He's not someone I think that's gonna take it like hard and like really change his mindset in any sense. And I think the type of person that he is, he'll definitely get back up and want to try again, 100%. So, but I don't think he'll get an immediate rematch. I think what I heard as well is that Hamzat wants to fight in like November already. He wants to defend the belt. And I think it could possibly, in my opinion, be the Ridder or I think the Ridder would be the next one to fight for the belt. But let's see what happens.
That's interesting, man. That's interesting. Thank you so much for your takes on that very topic. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat right now, man. Big up to every single one of you. Salute. Make sure you're following everybody on the panel. We got Kraken right there. We got Yao that's just joined the stream as well, man. Big up yourself, Kraken. Hope you're doing well. Yao, hope you're doing good, my brother. How's your day been, Kraken, man? Kraken has we see the way you rolled in, bro. How's your day been, bro?
I just got out the basement from Luke Michael, bro. Like, bro has been like he's had me kidnapped for the whole day, bro. Like I've been off for like 2 hours, bro. Even Melissa called me, bro.
What, did Melissa pay the ransom? Is that why you're here?
Real shit, bro. Real shit.
I'm honestly,
shout out Melissa.
I'm honestly waiting on the day to see the content where Aggie gets the shit slapped out of him by a professional fighter, because you know it's coming, bro.
He was to whoop your ass, bro. I mean, from the conversation, from the little something I heard, that brother wants to whoop your ass.
And I heard it all. It's more than a whooping.
It's gonna be a kick. It's gonna be a kick him in the head exclusive.
Brother, he wants to hit you so hard your ancestors feel it, big dog.
Bro, dude doesn't even know what racer, man.
I don't know why you've decided to pick a fight with the 185 undisputed champion over there in the EFC. I don't know what's
homie picking a fight with a fighter.
Undisputed hugging champion, bro.
Well, you're still undisputed.
I honestly can't wait to see the hugging content with you, big dog.
It's truly champion, man. You know what I mean? Regardless of how you look on it, he's the undisputed champ.
Come for the MMA talk. You stay for the bad jokes, kids.
I don't know how.
You're trying to pick a fight with Luke Michael.
Yeah.
No, he's picked one with me.
He's picked one, bro. He ain't trying to pick one.
No. Listen, bro. Listen.
Right? With him.
Hey, Rayo, we'll send you the voice notes afterwards, bro. This dude's gonna get his ass whooped. I'm telling you.
He's gonna get flogged, bro.
Did he tune your voice notes, bro?
Oh, bro.
They've had conversations on the actual phone.
No, they had a fucking phone conversation.
He's gonna kill me.
He's
He said he's gonna kill me. I'm like, cool. I'll get the cops for you. I'll get the cops.
Nah, don't worry about that guy.
All I'm saying is leave the man alone.
I'm not worried.
I'm not worried. Leave him alone.
That's Yao's guy. Yao sold me out.
It's not gonna.
Yao sold me
gonna
out.
do nothing.
Yao sold
Adrian,
me out.
you saying is he just woofing? Is that just woofing? Is that just woofing, Adrian?
That seems like something Yao would do. I'm not gonna lie.
Man, that guy.
Straight down the
I'm just
river.
fucking with you, Yao.
Straight down the river. Yao was just like, yo, I'm keeping this paddle and off you fuck. You know what I mean? And he'll help you push the boat, bro. He'll help you push the boat. Yeah, shove you out.
And he froze again.
I don't know why. For me, I'm just thinking to myself,
trust me, bro.
oh my god.
I'm having myself a double malt for the day, bro. I'm gonna chug it. Trust me, bro. Like I've had it.
Have a second one, brother. Make it a quad.
Hey, thank God for Melissa, man. Thank God for Melissa. You know what I mean? Big up Melissa. Melissa paid the ransom, bro. Okay. Talking about some of the topics that Leroy couldn't put on the fucking on the fucking StreamYard. He's got worse internet than fucking Yao over there in Dingoland. I don't know what kind of fucking internet they got over there in Dingoland.
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff.
Yeah,
It didn't
okay.
happen.
Can I tell you my favorite screenshots I have from my show are when we did the like all pose like Yao every time he froze.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was incredible.
I put those up on my show sometimes. That's fucking hilarious, bro. There's like 5 or 6 of us, and there were like 4 different times where Yao froze, and we all just matched his pose. It was the best shit ever, dude.
Hey, Yao, blink twice if you're in danger, bro. Blink twice if I'll send a dread to go save you, bro.
I think Yao's in
again.
Kraken's fucking basement right now.
We'll send Luke Michael a message to come save you.
He'll be right there.
Yeah, this is
All
baby.
right. Okay, we got a few videos here to get through, but I wanted to ask you guys, based on the card that we saw last week, because we don't have any card this weekend, but based on the Shanghai card we saw last week, there's some incredible finishes on that card. I'm gonna start with my Dane, and if you didn't see the card, then that's fine. But I wanted to know which bouts caught your eye, or which one surprised you or impressed you. On the entire card. Magdalene, we'll start with you. You're on mute, blood.
Mute mouse.
Somebody muted me because I wasn't muted, and it pops up saying mute at the top halfway through me talking there. So somebody done that.
Yeah.
People to get caught.
Yao with your get
Mike
back.
strikes again.
God damn. Yeah, I'm not gonna say I was surprised, but I was definitely impressed, and that was the dog of the week. Energy. Let's go. Yeah, I mean,
Yes,
it was
brother.
disrespectful to make that man a dog on that fight. You know what I mean? Coming up against a young prospect killer turned up, bro. Like, Loney was doing well at the start of that fight, that opening round. He was managing. I spoke about this with Owen. You know what I mean? He managed the distance very well, coming up against a taller fighter. His range was good. He was getting in and out. His speed was incredible. His footwork was incredible. Those leg kicks were nasty, bro. You could hear that shit snap like somebody in the crowd had bamboo just cracking that shit. And then he dropped his hands for one moment. And that's all it takes in this game
Can't do
sometimes
that,
when
man.
you've got somebody like Energy that's got the power to put you out. You know what I mean? And he got clipped, bro, and he went down. So
that's all she wrote, man. That's all she wrote.
hey,
But
and Kyle Dawkins too, bro. Like
Yeah,
making that statement.
bro.
You
That's
can't
what
take
I
2
think
picks, McDade. Don't do that.
Listen me on the boat.
I'll mute myself again, boys. I'll mute myself again.
Hey, Kraken. What you got, man? On that Shanghai card, did you see any of it? Did anybody impress you? Did anybody surprise you?
Johnny Walker, man. Like,
Oh my God!
I've been a fan.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of this guy, man. And you know when you're a fan of a guy and he just keeps on getting knocked the fuck out, like, and I think Yao was like, yo, he's waiting to see him like get like cartoon
Yao
knocked out.
said it was his favorite fighter to get knocked out. That's what Yao
Yeah.
said.
So, bro, like anything that get like that lights a fire up Yao's ass, man. Sign me up. Sign me up. No Diddy though. Like no S-Dog shit. No S-Dog shit. Like that. Trust me, bro. Like
That boy was there to tell you to take your top off.
but anything that gets like Yao like to just lose his shit, man. I'm for it. You know, I'm for it. So Johnny Walker breaking a 2-fight skid, man. Like it's something to marvel at, you know, because dude has been he's my favorite fighter, you know, because he's a nice dude. He's a nice dude. Like he is his character, you know, his character, the way he carries himself.
I'm not
Him
gonna
and
lie,
his
boys. I
family.
think this is the nicest thing I've ever heard Kraken say about a fighter.
I second
About
that notion.
He's
About anyone.
never showed this level of respect. Yeah, I mean,
Nah,
never.
bro. Luke Michael gave me an attitude adjustment.
He hasn't even touched you yet. I can't wait to see what happens
Fuck
after.
Luke Michael, man. Fuck Luke Michael.
Oh my God, he's fronting it, man. He's fronting it. Shout out, Luke Michael. Hey, listen, look, I do not condone any of this craziness that Kraken is dealing with, man. You know what I mean? This
Yeah, Luke
ain't
Michael, big
nothing
fan. Make
to
sure
do
you
with
like,
it.
comment, and subscribe to all the channels scrolling at the bottom of the screen.
Hey, yeah.
Including
If you want
Aggie
to
Kraken.
your disclaimer to
Lovely.
Luke Michael, you can do that right now as well. You know what I mean? I've already put my disclaimer out.
Look,
Michael.
I've given him my disclaimer. It's between him and Aki at this point.
Yeah. Luke Michael was sizing up
Man to man.
Johnny Evelyn at PFL Cape Town like he's ever gonna make it to PFL Cape Town. He's lucky if he gets signed by AKL, bro.
Kraken, you're having such a hard time
would
finishing
be-
that beer. I'm worried for how hard of a time you're going to have finishing
Signing.
Luke.
Bro's punch drunk. He ain't even finished that shit yet.
Hey,
You know the headgear actually doesn't give you any protection from the beer, right,
Finishing
Kraken?
Luke. What?
I said, you know the headgear doesn't give you any protection from the beer, right, bro?
look at Adrian. Look at Adrian. What the fuck's going
Bro,
on with
like-
this guy?
Come on, don't be crazy.
Don't be crazy.
I don't know what the hell's going on with this guy, man? It's crazy. But yeah, let me ask you. I mean, let me ask you, yeah, on the Shanghai card, who impressed you? Who surprised you? Who caught your eye on that card there?
Look, definitely Johnny surprised the hell out of me. First of all, shooting.
Yeah, shut
favorite
the
fighter
fuck
to get
up.
knocked out, you
Shut
said.
the
Bro,
fuck
come
up.
on. How
Shut
many
the
times has Johnny
fuck
been
up.
on the losing side? He is my favorite knocked out artist, and I was expecting that.
Shut
I wanted
up.
to see a spectacular knockout. That,
Knocked
shut up.
down.
That's what I was waiting for, right? But for him to shoot that Kamzat in the first few seconds and then end up on the bottom, that was absolutely priceless. Absolutely priceless to shoot for the takedown and end up on the
Hey,
right.
that's a G move, by the way. Nobody shoots for a takedown and takes bottom position. You know what I mean?
Dude, that was
Only-
Johnny Beebe, Walker Ermadov. You know what I'm saying?
Only real men shoot a double leg and take full guard. Like,
Exactly. So for me, that was fantastic. I really enjoyed seeing that. And obviously our guy, Charles Energy, because I wouldn't say he was losing that fight, but it was very, very close. But for him to catch Kavanaugh just as he dropped his hands and stepped back with that right hook, that was beautiful. Beautiful work. And honestly, the level of respect I have for him now has just gone tenfold, from knocking out Joshua Van to now knocking out Lona Kavanaugh. I mean, wow. And obviously, and him and his predictions and what he's given us on the show, I'm a huge fan. So for me, 100%, I'm a big fan of Charles Energy Johnson. And Johnny Walker, always a fan favorite. I'm glad he got the win, but I mean, he was classic Johnny. So that was awesome. Those two fights for me really made it.
What about you, Olim?
Man, for me, it had to be the Kyle Dawkins one. Look,
I already said
Michel Pineda is one of these guys that goes out there. He's fun for new fans. If you've been a fan of the sport for a very long time, he just does too much. He's too showy.
You called on the prediction show as well. You did.
I did, and again, I felt very strongly about it, bro. Like, I thought Kyle Dawkins fought his way back into the UFC very handily. It's a good, like, underdog feel good story. And Michel Pineda is someone that, when I think of him, the like most recalled memory that I have come to mind is him doing backflips and accidentally landing on people's nuts or head, like landing illegal strikes that aren't getting called illegal strikes just because they're miraged or kind of disguised by a funky little backflip that he did off the cage or standing in still. It was nice to see him kind of walk forward with that reckless abandon, hands at his hips, exactly as I predicted, and eat a shot coming in. And it's also really great to see Kyle Dawkins win. So it felt like a win-win moment, man. And if you beat someone like Michel Pineda, you can't expect to get someone outside of at least the top 20. So it's a good kind of pole vault position into Kyle Dawkins' future UFC career. And I think there's a lot of really fun matchups that we could see as a result.
Yeah, man. Especially after being, released and coming back in the way that he did, went on the regional scene, put in the work, all finishes by the way. And I did say on the prediction show that, he's been on the regional scene and came in and got free finishes, but he's not going to get that in the UFC, like not straight away. And I was absolutely shocked by the way he finished the fight. Did you catch the card, Adrian? Did you watch the Shanghai?
I didn't catch the full card, but I did obviously see highlights and stuff on social media and things. And
what did you like?
I have to agree with the Kyle Dawkins fight. Michel Pereira has always been a guy that I've liked the way like his fights and stuff, and I find him to be very entertaining. But I do agree that he can be a lot flashy, and he tries these crazy antics in the ring, like you wouldn't even think about it. But yeah, so Kyle Dawkins definitely, and Johnny Walker, of course. I mean, Johnny Walker, he's a crazy cat as well. But I have to point out Brian Ortega missing weight and walking on the stage like a zombie and then having his ex-girlfriend Tracy Cortez kind of where did I look?
Brian's driving the bus of people that get thrown under the bus.
Dude,
he's at the door about to get kicked out under the wheels, and that's all behind the driver's seat. Yeah, I mean,
dude, you can't like it's it's something I just like. You make weight, bro. You got to make weight. It's the most professional thing you can do, and it's not something that. It's not an option.
Okay, moving on
like,
swiftly.
It's a requirement.
Dude, look, he's right. Not making weight as a fighter is like showing up to work without pants in any other job.
Yeah, exactly. Or
You're fired, bro. You're fucking fired.
Missing work and not cutting it.
Depends what your job is, though. Yeah, I mean, if you're casting
Okay,
couch,
McDane. All right, we don't work at the strip club like you, bud.
Like, hey, a man's gonna make a living, brother. Don't you judge me. A man's gonna make a living.
Hey, and you're doing pretty well for yourself, so keep it up, big guy.
Anyway,
that's what they call me in the strip club too.
That was low-hanging fruit.
For me on the pad, though, I've got to look at Yiza and Weston Wilson. The way Yiza folded that brother was fucking crazy, bro. Yiza was wild up in that cage, man. He folded Weston Wilson so bad. I felt sorry for him. I thought Weston Wilson was at least going to give something respectable inside the fight, but he had nothing for Yiza. And I've got to look at Uran as well, Chimaev's training partner. That was his second fight in what, 4 days, 6 days, something crazy like that. But he just won Contender Series.
Yeah.
Week, and then he's like, "Yeah, put me on the card,
Yeah.
And he went out there, and got a first round submission as well. So, which is crazy, which is absolutely crazy. So yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of big finishes on the card, man. There's a lot of big finishes on the card. So for me, hey, hold on. Olin, what did you? Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. Is that better?
Oh,
that was literally the problem. Thank you.
Oh shit. It's like you ain't got Nigerian.
I was looking at the buttons and I'm like, which ones are facing towards us? Because he's talking to the side. I need to figure out which way he needs to turn.
Yeah. I know exactly what happened. And as soon as you said that, I know exactly.
We've got the
I
same
thought you
setup.
were going to tell me United was getting beat on penalties. That's what I saw.
No. I'm not trying to ruin your day, bro.
I was gonna say, but yeah, Yiza and Uran, those two absolutely gave wicked account of themselves on the card. But yeah, let's go through a couple of videos that we got over here right now, and we go around and get your takes on it. First, Russian roulette. Let's see.
Brendan Schaub gave his take on the Raja Jackson situation, and despite being close friends with Rampage, he says he cannot defend Raja.
And I'll be transparent. I like Raja, and obviously I adore Rampage. Me and Rampage have a great relationship. I love Rampage. And it's just by nature, my initial thought was when I heard about this, and I spoke with Rampage, when I heard about this, I went, all right, how can I defend Raja? I look at all the videos, I watched the full live stream and all that. I got nothing. Oh, I can't, you can't defend this. I see this, it's so sad. Because he was just getting started, and that all goes away. If this veteran pro wrestler decides to press charges, if that pro wrestler goes, this was a bit or this was a work, and he just thought that's how it works, I'm not pressing charges, Raja's still going to take a lot of heat online, but you're not doing jail time. Then we can figure it out. But if that dude wakes up and somebody's in his ear and goes, dude, you got to make this dude pay. He has to learn a lesson and presses charges. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. Attempted murder, aggravated assault, it's going to be tough. Talking about felony,
McDane, well, let's come to you right away on this, man. Like what that brother did was wild, especially when you, I don't know if you guys have gotten onto the full context of what was going on there, but McDane, shed a little bit more light on that for us, please.
So obviously everybody's seen it at this point, you know what I mean? Raja assaulted a dude, attempted murder, slammed him into the ring in a wrestling match, knocked him unconscious, that's assault, and then brother. That's assault, brother, and then laid 22 unanswered strikes onto an unconscious man. You know what I mean? Like roughly about 22 strikes. They were all wild, bro. You know what I mean? This dude was swinging from last week as he was coming down. Like,
Yeah, fuck it.
if dudes ran in, probably about 4 people tried to jump on him and drag him off. This dude was in, like, you know what I mean? It's like the "you don't want me to see red" moment. Yeah, this brother was seeing red and he was just going for it. Like, he smelt blood and he just wasn't stopping. There was no defending this. There is no way of going around it. I've seen multiple things now where Rampage is kind of just like going at the side. And I get it, bro. You've got kids. You want to defend your kid and all the rest of it. You don't want to see any bad happen to them. People make mistakes. Blah, 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 blah. You can't defend this. You cannot defend this. That was disgusting. I mean, maybe knocking him out and getting 1 or 2 back because you got pissed off with him. And slam him down, boom, boom. That's it. Stand up, walk away. But this dude could see he was out cold and was still trying to murk on this man. You know what I mean? So, nah, indefensible in my opinion.
Adrian, it looked like you're well versed with what happened in that situation.
Yeah, it's actually
Tough doors,
something I've been following since it came out, and like I'm a fan of the WWE, and like I enjoy watching the PLEs and all of that, like, you know, since a young age. So like wrestling and stuff, like I understand the whole thing behind, like, you know, the stories that they tell, and that, you know, some of the stuff is all scripted, and like they're trying to tell a story and so on. But that was not scripted. Like the way he got into the ring, picked the guy up, slams him on the floor, like just like McDane explained, and smashed the shit out of this guy. Was like I counted the shots myself as well. It's like 22 clean, like bad. Like you don't even see that happen in MMA. Like bad. And like it's definitely something you can't defend. And I mean, his response at the end when he has a phone call with, I think it's probably the promoter or the manager of the event or something, and they're like, this guy's flatlined in the middle of the ring, like they can't wake him up. And his response was, "My bad." That's all he said. Not even like, "Oh, is the guy
that was a really
right?
good American accent. I'm not gonna lie, Adrian. That was a really good American accent.
He was literally just like, "My bad," and I was like, "What?" No remorse. He doesn't show any remorse. And the guy that I'm actually like, also just you can just hear that he's like talking. He's trying to defend the whole situation, but it's not working. He's Shell Sonnen, and I watched his whole take on everything, and he's also coming up and he's like, "Oh, you can see that he was just going in and it was an act, and you know the this and that," and I'm like, "No, bro, like." The dude was knocked out from the first thing, and he got smashed. Like he almost killed the dude. Like he's lucky that the guy isn't even dead. Like after that, and it's just sad to see. I mean, why there must be something mentally not right in your mind for you to go and do that. Like go in there. Just even getting into the ring, I know McDane's like, "Yeah, maybe pull 1 or 2 back on him and get him back," but just it's a show that's happening, and in front of everyone, you're just gonna get in the ring and go and do your thing. Like that's not. And I mean, the guy apologized to him as well after he smashed the tin against his head. They had a conversation. They shook hands, and Raja was still like, "Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it." That like they spoke about it. It's like, "No, it's cool, man. Don't worry."
He literally said it's all good.
Yeah,
did you see the clip
he said it's all good. And the guy like apologized to him. He's like, "Oh, I thought this was an act, and I thought you were a work and this and that." And he's like, "Nah, it's all good." And then you still go and do that. And you still go and do that.
There's the clip of him sitting with Rampage and they're talking about it. He said the cameraman did it dirty because he was supposed to turn the camera off and he didn't. Like what?
Okay, that's prime example A. Like I'm gonna jump in here. That's prime example A. If your biggest issue isn't the fact that you almost murdered another grown man in cold blood, and is the fact that somebody caught it on camera that's supposed to be my buddy,
I can tell you now,
you need to be in jail. You're an animal. You're subhuman. Like that's insanity. And honestly, if the other guys weren't in the ring, Adrian, do you think he would have stopped?
No, I don't think so. I don't think
he would have. He wouldn't have stopped until that guy was pulp, bro. It would have looked like fucking Invincible.
Yeah, the way he was going, he was letting out some rage there. Like he went.
That's the first. Like I showed the video to my significant other. That's the first thing she said is, "This is not something that somebody does one time. or something that built up in that one moment. This is something that is built up for years, or something that he's probably done before and gotten away with because there weren't cameras on him, or will do again, or all of the fucking above. And like, I get what McDane's saying. Like, the guy told him, like, hey, go get your licks back. Go, like, get your receipts, which is, like, in wrestling what they call getting your licks back.
Yeah.
That's like 1 or 2, bro. Like, and he literally said, I think 5 minutes before he rushed the stage or the ring, he looked back at the camera. There's another video that came out day before yesterday of him saying, hey, if I get 50, I'm not really a sub whore like that, but if I get 50 subs, I'll go knock this motherfucker out. I'll beat the fuck out of this guy. And then he got like 75 subs. And then he goes and does that. That is legitimately the definition of premeditated murder, bro. And the fact that cops are saying, like, LAPD is saying we're collecting evidence. What do you need to collect? It's on the net, dude.
It's on the internet already done your job for you,
It's in 4K
bro.
Ultra HD, big guy.
The internet done your job for you, bro.
You got him saying, hey, this is what I'm going to do.
Raj, what's happening, brother?
And then you see it happen, bro. Like, it's just like, come on. This whole situation is asinine. The only reason he hasn't been arrested is because of whose son he is. And again, if you want to know everything about this and the reason it is the way it is, the reason this situation happened, go back and look at podcasts that happened 2, 3, 5 years ago with Rampage Jackson saying, I've got 3 kids. I've got 2 that are in Japan, and for them, I've got college funds saved up. For Raja, that kid's a dumbass. I got bail funds saved up for him because that little dumbass is going to go to jail. But I'm just going to bail him out. The last sentence is what's fucking wrong with that. But I'm just going to bail him out. If I went to jail, my dad would be like, you fucked up, kid. Good luck. Let's see how you do.
Yeah.
Blink twice if you're ready to take this question and your internet is alive. Yeah, man. We can
miraculously,
see you.
yes.
We can see you. Yeah. Okay. We know how you're a big fan of Guru. You've met him when he came to South Africa. What do you make of that comment there that Rampage is now labeling him racist for calling this shit out? Like, everybody is calling this shit out. It's not just Guru, but picking out on Guru because it was one of the first ones to really break it and really put it out there on the internet. Like, what are you making of that? And Rampage's defense of Raja in light of what he's done here.
Ironically, the Guru comment was exactly what I had in mind, because for me, what he said is essentially 100% right. Raja's 25 years old. He's not a youngster to be making ridiculous decisions like that. The one person who has been defending Raja, other than, well, even his dad didn't defend him. His dad literally said, listen, I think Raja is going to go to jail for this, because he knows that Raja doesn't even listen to his own father, one of the most violent men on the planet, being Rampage Jackson. But one person who is defending him is Sean Strickland. Sean said, look, at 19, I had some misdemeanors and I got into MMA, and it allowed me to be a better person and not be the person that I was. But with all due respect, at that point, Sean, you were a teenager. 19 is still, unfortunately, a teenager, and Raja's 25. So to do that, what he did at the age of 25, and say, it's because you're taking me for a bitch, I ain't no bitch, is, for me, it's I think, like Brendan Schwab said as well, it's indefensible. And Guru called it. At what age do you then say that you have to take responsibility for your actions? And at the age of 25, hey, bro, you got to take responsibility for your actions. If this
breaking news. Greensby Town has just knocked out Manchester.
Carry on, yeah.
Greensby Town has just knocked out Manchester United. Ooh-hoo-hoo.
Let's keep going with this show, boys and girls.
All right, Kraken, what are your thoughts on this one?
Hey, man. Take it over, man. Take it over. If you do it again,
you go Kraken.
Okay, cool. Man.
Andrew's talking about both of these motherfuckers. He ain't talking about Raja at this point. No self-control.
Yeah, man.
Knocked out just like Raja knocked out the rest. That's what I'm saying. Man United.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Personally, man, it's a weird story, man. It's a weird story for me personally, because, like, I don't know what the rest, like the wrestlers who were in the ring kind of thought was happening, you know, because, like, I could see with the, like, maybe the third shot, you know, like, this guy was out and this guy was getting murdered, you know, like, so personally, I'm kind of, like, disappointed at the other wrestlers, because even the guy with the face paint, you know, I think the black and white face paint was, like, I don't know what he was trying to do, like, it was trying to save him, or just like, you know, like that's the one thing that I fucking hate about that video, is that there were so many people just looking, you know, just looking at the whole situation. But yeah, man, Roger should go to jail. But like, yeah, we'll see with Rampage. Yeah, we'll see what Rampage does with his connections to get his son out of jail. But yeah, but like obviously, even if he gets him out of jail, personally, I think that kid is just as stupid as they come, and he's probably gonna end up in jail after that, even if they get him out of jail.
Trust me on this. There's no amount of connections that Rampage got. If Raja needs to be sent to jail, I've seen district attorneys in America going after big fucking superstars, and they take them down. If they want you, they are locking you the fuck up. Especially if it's FBI. If it's like those guys, they got what? Is it 97% conviction rate? Some crazy like that. So if they come for you, it's kind of pretty much over. We saw what happened to Cain Velasquez. Like this guy got connections. Don't tell me Cain Velasquez don't know people. It don't matter. He's in jail. You know what I mean? He's in jail.
I agree. He has to go to jail, bro.
You know what I mean? The president of the United States is a big UFC fan, and I'm sure he knows about Cain Velasquez. Not even him can't save Cain.
Cain went to jail. Why is this guy not in jail already?
Yeah.
And I have to say, like, Kraken, that was a very, very thoughtful approach to your thoughts on this. The fact that there were so many people, there were hundreds of people watching this, not one person decided to step up. Fun fact, Albert Einstein said many, many years ago, the world is a dangerous place, not because of people who practice evil, but because of those who watch on and do nothing. Welcome to the year 2025, where if a hate crime happens or a hateful act happens, there's 25 camera angles of it, but not one person standing up for right. It's the world we live in.
I've told you guys before about the young girl in the town center when I was walking through, and she had 5 girls trying to beat the shit out of her, about 30 to 40 kids surrounding them in a circle. And I mean city center, boys, city center.
That's crazy.
And they were all filming it and all egging them on. This girl clearly didn't want to fight, and they're pushing the other girls into her, trying to aggravate her, and then just trying to, like, you know, peer pressure them girls into beating the crap out of her. And I was the only person to walk in the middle of the entire group of, like, youths, you know what I mean, teenagers, put my arm around the girl, ask her where she lived, and walked her up the hill back to her house. So bad, yeah. Meanwhile, all these kids are trying to beat the shit out of her and starting to grab on me, and like, bro, it was a whole
good
thing.
on you, man.
But it took one. All it took.
That's the biggest thing. It only takes one person.
No, but we must have got, I don't know, maybe 400 yards up the road before one other adult stepped in, and it took the 2 of us to get them to disperse. It took one more person than me to get them to stop.
Wow, that's all it takes, man.
Yeah, man.
Like, people look for the easy battles to win.
No, 100%. Definitely, I'll be mailing that Medal of Honor over to you. Magdalene is in a post on the way to Scotland.
Oh, I don't need no Medal of Honor, bro. It's just the fucking right thing.
It's the right thing to do, bro. It's the right thing. It's the reason I have all the Captain America shit behind me. Like, that's the guy that raised me. He raised me to do that kind of shit too, man. Like, it's the right thing to do. It's the human thing to do.
Like, people that get fucking them kind of medals of honor, they don't get it because, oh, they won a medal for what they did. They just get it because
they did it.
They did it.
Acknowledge what they did. You know what I mean? So I'm going to B&M tomorrow. I'm going to get you a medal. Probably cost £1.
Get me one of them chocolate coins,
I'll go
bro.
to Poundland. I'll get a medal and I'll put it in the post for you. But don't you worry about it. Your medal of honor is on the way to you, brother. All right, we got another video here. We got another video here. Russian roulette. It might relate to what we just spoke about. Maybe there's a different take on it. We'll see. Any mini money. Mo didn't even want to go.
Some more details have emerged today regarding the Roger Jackson situation. Multiple wrestlers have come out and claimed that management of Knox Pro Wrestling are telling the wrestlers involved to not cooperate with police.
But the most disgusting thing is that people at this school are being encouraged to not cooperate with the police. From what I hear, the police were there investigating the scene shortly after Stu was removed, and there has been multiple requests that have gone downstream from upper management to not talk with the police directly if they are contacted, and to only let a certain group of individuals interact with the police. That is extremely dishonest. You guys let your friend almost die, and now you're trying to have people lie for you.
Here were the screenshots they were talking about. This individual wrote, "Please refrain from engaging in comment sections on social media posts about this tragedy. It will be weaponized in potential criminal and civil cases. Fly low." They followed up saying, "If law enforcement or an attorney for the suspect contacts you in any capacity, let someone here know right away for guidance on how to address them." And multiple individuals responded, "Yes, sir." Doug Malo, the wrestler who stepped in and pulled Raja off of Psycho Stu, says that Rampage will be getting sued over this situation. He calls him out to a boxing match.
Why don't we pitch the idea? Hey, Rampage, you're getting f***ing sued all over the place because you piggyback your f***ing son's f***ing life. How about this? Why don't we just f***ing have a boxing match? Why don't we just fight? You'll probably whoop my ass, and I don't give a f***. You raise money for your f***ing son's legal defense, and I'll raise money for Stu.
By the way, I'm assuming by the time this video is out, there'll be a link to Stu's GoFundMe.
There should be a link to Stu's GoFundMe.
So we'll put that.
Nobody donate to anybody that's not directly willing to give all 100% proceeds to Stu with proof. Stu's wife deserves that, and Stu deserves that.
Over $66,000 have been donated already to that GoFundMe.
Oh, 66. Oh, that's incredible.
I think it's 100.
Sorry, I checked yesterday. It was 67, and I know Shawn Michaels, the wrestler from WWE, he donated 2,500 himself.
Oh, that's incredible, man. That's incredible. I mean, we've kind of touched over that. The part about these guys telling them to lie about this shit is crazy to me. Like,
well, you know why?
They
have to legally, because. So this promotion is run by Rikishi, the guy that used to shove his butt in your face back in the 90s, WWE. He owns this promotion. He's a descendant of the Rock family, right? So he's like a royal family in WWE. WWE is under the TKO umbrella, and they are affiliated with WWE, or they were until 2 days ago when WWE legally reached out and forcefully made them remove all WWE affiliations from all social media. So WWE is already alleviating themselves from the property. And I think that they're trying to play damage control. It's not right. Oh, 158,000. Let's go, folks. That's what we love to see. We love to see a community come together. And honestly, I hope this guy ends up suing the family and gets even more than that. But going back to the promotion, they've already been forced to remove ties to WWE. They're playing damage control right now. They're trying to force their fighters or wrestlers to not say anything, so that way they can try and save face. But with all due respect, this promotion is done.
Yeah. What are the pies? That's some serious shit, bro.
And it's not even the promotion's fault, to be fair.
Yeah.
What Raja done, because this is still Raja's fucking action. It just happened to their fighter, and then, I mean, they should have. You think something like this is, their liability insurance or something like that will take care of the damages that that comes with incidents like this, man.
Well, the thing is, when Raja's not a wrestler and he was in the ring, they wouldn't have any liability insurance on him. He would not have been insured to be in there and any of this to happen. So the promotion themselves, be in a whole world of legal shit.
This could be the end of them for real. This could be the end of them for real. All right,
Lord of Pies just left a comment saying, Stu needs to find a way to sue WWE. Could you imagine if this actually trickles up to the TKO umbrella, considering they were actually in affiliation with this before that happened?
That would be wild.
That would be huge, like astronomically bad for the WWE.
Yeah, man. It's not a good look, man.
And especially with the whole Vince McMahon and all of that stuff. I know they also kind of cut ties with him, in a sense, but it adds to their record.
They're already in heat this week for Monday alone. Yeah. Like, they had Becky Lynch go out there in Birmingham and talk shit about the entire Birmingham area. Said the only thing good that came from Birmingham died a month ago with Ozzy Osbourne. Literally, Kelly Osbourne is trying to sue WWE currently today.
Whoa.
And WWE is already working on putting out an apology package.
The thing is, though, think about how long they've been going, how much money they've got.
That's the thing, is it's a lot of money.
It'll get settled outside of court for a large sum of money, and they'll just move on along with whatever they're going to do. Yeah, I mean, that's the way these big businesses work, unfortunately.
I understand.
Yeah, man. Let's see what other videos we got here. Check this one out.
Sean Strickland gave his thoughts on the Raja Jackson situation. Daniel Cormier was recently back in the gym sparring. He posted footage of him working with a younger fighter, and despite the guy being half his size, fans were impressed with how well DC can still move. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Go, Dima! Do it fast! No.
Let's go, Dima! Dimitri!
Come on, Dima!
Time!
Okay, Trey.
Hey,
DC is still moving, boys. DC's still moving. Fighting's like
Adrian.
riding a bike. You ain't never forget.
Adrian, you're always in the gym. You're always rolling. You're always sparring. I mean, how good does it feel to still see your man DC still be able to move in the gym like that? With some of the
Yeah,
young
it's
ones over
good.
there?
I hope he's not getting any ideas of trying to fight. I wouldn't. I would not.
Don't do that, Adrian. Don't do that.
If he's gonna fight, it better be like someone his age and like his size.
And his
But
belly
it is
size.
good. It's nice. It's nice to. Hey, what's that?
His belly size. It says his belly, bro. God damn, that shit is huge.
It's good to see.
Fury.
It's good to see. It's good to see that he's still like actively moving around and he can spar and he can still throw hands. Like, big ups to him. But
He's slowed that
I
young boy
really
down
hope.
by
I really
weighing on him.
hope he's not trying to like get back in the ring or something, unless it's like an exhibition fight against someone. But not. I wouldn't. No, not under the UFC's banner.
Well, let him go to WWE.
Yeah, maybe do something there. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
He's a big
I mean,
fan of WWE, by the way.
Yeah, and he's
I mean,
he's a wrestler, so
yeah.
I mean,
so-
he could definitely be used for something there. But yeah, I don't think. Yeah, he's moving. He's moving around, and he's also with a young guy and someone smaller than him. So
yeah, man. Hey,
Yeah.
Olin, you was really excited watching that video right there, man. You know what I mean? Man? See your boy DC. He's over there moving around in the gym, sweating his pants off. And I saw him, on the Ultimate Fighter as well. He got right there in the pit with the boys. It was in the cage there grinding with the guys, man. You know what I mean? He put in work. Talk to me about that, brother.
Yeah, man. AKA was the first gym I trained at when I started my MMA journey as far as training goes. And DC walked into a classroom 2.5, 3 weeks in and showed me what my Muay Thai coach was doing wrong in an MMA class. And I watched my favorite Muay Thai coach's face skip across the mat 6 times. So I always love seeing anything positive about DC. He's I grew up in Louisiana. He's the reason I wanted to train at AKA. So it's like a full circle moment for me, and I love watching this guy win. And look, seeing him train the youth of the youth of today is seeing him train the pros of tomorrow. We've seen it happen with Chase Saldante, right? Like Chase Saldante, if you don't know that name, go look it up after this show, folks. Not during it. We don't want you to stop watching. But Chase Saldante, he's the guy that showed up to AKA, one of the high school kids that DC coached. And he had him come and wrestle with the Dagestani guys. And there was I believe it was a collar tie fake out that Islam pulled on him. And it was nasty work. And Chase Saldante was like, dude, I don't know what the fuck to do against that. Like, that was nasty. And then 2 years later, he won the D1 championship with it. With that same exact move. There's a highlight reel of it. It's fucking brilliant. I know McDane knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Are you talking about the time you got your pinky broken, or?
No, Chase Saldante, you fucking pussy.
Sorry, bro. I was away getting
I
a
didn't
beer.
mention Islam from AKA breaking my pinky, but I can. Fucking dick. No, I was talking about Chase Dante getting snapped down by Islam and then doing it himself 2 years later in a wrestling championship. So I mean, like, yeah, seeing DC move like that, it's nice. He's an older guy. He's definitely a bigger guy right now. I mean, hey, I'm not going to stand up and show you what my belly looks like, but hey, I get it, bro. I put on about 35, 40 pounds since COVID.
I ain't gonna lie, man. You know what I mean? I feared for DC ever doing something like that ever again, ever since he sneezed and it fucking
and threw out his back. Hey, fuck off, bro. Hey. Once you get into like the late 30s, early 40s, that shit is real, bro. Okay, like you sleep wrong. That shit. Like you can sleep wrong, and that's gonna put you away worse than a sparring match or the worst hangover of your fucking life.
Hey, Owen, ask Owen how he got a fat lip one day. This man knows all about it, bro.
I know all about that shit, bro. Like,
I don't know how that comes with old age, but Ola, you'll have to tell me off the air.
I know exactly what you did there. I know exactly what he was talking about. And yeah, sometimes you just sit wrong. Sometimes you walk wrong. Sometimes you just stand in there and your back goes.
It happens.
Sometimes you just stand up out of bed and it just fucking wipes you out.
Look, since Adrian brought this up and said he hopes he's not training to come back, I agree. Okay, I don't want you to even put that out into the universe, Adrian. Look, this is the one time I'll probably ever say this, but fuck you for even saying that, bro. If he does come back, though, since you put it into my brain, a hypothetical situation, we do a grappling match finale for Tough. Him versus Chael Sonnen. I think that's a fun matchup.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, if he's going to come back and compete or something, it must be like something.
Yeah, like somebody in the same realm. Yeah, like exhibition, exactly. An exhibition vibe. I think like you put them to headline a UFC BJJ card, it'll get extra traction on it. Make it a BJJ match with like a mixed rule setting, almost like a combat BJJ or something. And I think that's fun, man. It puts asses in seats.
Yeah, something fun that's not gonna like fuck him up.
Are we gonna have open palm strikes?
Have him go against some young
exactly. That's why I said the combat jiu-jitsu. I'd love to see open palm strikes for the guys. I think that'd make it more entertaining. What do you think, McDane?
I agree.
I'm all for it, bro. I'll watch that shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like the thought of that, I'm like, bro,
you got me in a heel hook?
All day.
Damn. Get off my foot.
Right. I'm gonna go to Kraken and Yao on the next video that's coming up. Hopefully, it's nothing to do with Raja again. We did have a few of them there, but we haven't got it titled. Okay. Shout out to Full Mount MMA as well. Shout out to those guys. Go check out their channel. Go check out their videos. They're always uploading content on their channel. Make sure you go fuck with them. Go subscribe to them. We use their videos over here to illustrate our topics, and they fuck with us. Shout out to those guys. Big up Full Mount MMA. We've got another video right here. Let's check it out.
Sean Strickland gave his thoughts on the Raja Jackson. Daniel Cormier discusses his latest back and forth with John Jones. If you missed it, last week DC said that he could not put John in his Mount Rushmore of MMA fighters due to the fact that he's popped for PEDs. John then responded on X saying high school state champ, JUCO national champ, youngest UFC champion, greatest in MMA history, a lifetime of loss, victories, and sacrifice, and this guy wants to write it all off as steroids. Honestly, it's insulting, but I can't help but laugh, knowing it was God-given abilities that made him feel so inferior. On Good Guy, Bad Guy, DC responded to John saying, here's the problem. I only answer the questions asked to me. That's what I do. Guy asks me a question about John Jones. I tell him my truth. The reality is this though. I will always go above and beyond to credit him with being A, toughest guy I've ever fought, B, the hardest fight, one of the smartest fighters in the octagon. I give him all the credit of being one of the best fighters ever, but I'm not going to say, oh yeah, you're one of the 4 greatest fighters of all time. When, like you said, Chael, over the course of that career, there was a moment where you made the decision to do something that you weren't supposed to do to elevate you inside of an octagon in a fist fight. I also say this, Chael, he's not the only guy I fought like that. He's just the only one I couldn't beat. I never took a drug test until I got in the UFC, so it's not like these guys weren't doing anything. He was just the one I couldn't beat. So I give him credit, but this guy is so weird. He's such a weird guy, because even if I will talk about him, this was 20 minutes of me talking about him and polishing him up, telling him all great things about what he does in the octagon. It's the negative thing that he latches onto, because that's what he wants to do. He wants to latch onto that negative thing, when in reality, I feel like I was very fair. To say made me feel inferior. You were a high school state champion. I won 3 and a world medal in high school. And I made the United States world team when I was in high school. You were a JUCO national champion. I won 2 of those and became an NCAA All-American and finalist. Then I went on to make 2 Olympic teams and win 6 US national titles. Then you went on to become the youngest champion in UFC history. Absolutely. I was a UFC champion too, in 2 divisions. So how can you tell someone they're inferior when all the accolades are kind of the same but better? They're just better. How do you call somebody inferior? John wants to be called the forever champion. He said that now he should be called the forever champion because of all of his accomplishments in the UFC and how long it's been. Now Chael, this John Jones I like. This I like. I don't like the whiny little b****. I like this because you went through 3 decades of fighters. Now we are going to call him the forever champ. No, but that I kind of like.
Hey, Kraken, I'm going to come to you first on this. We've seen what DC was saying there, and there's a lot to unpack to go around the table on this. I want to get your take on DC. Every chance he gets, he'll always go up there and discredit John Jones as being on Mount Rushmore. What's your take on that? Do you think he deserves to be on there? Do you think he shouldn't even be anywhere near it? Is DC right? How you feel about it?
Hey man, Ola, I've said this too many times for you to forget. Maybe it's that those Nigerian knees, bro. But like, trust me, bro. I told you, John Jones.
That's racist.
Is not my GOAT. John Jones is not my GOAT. Like after the cheating, after what he did to Tom Aspinall, like after cherry picking fights, fighting Stipe Miocic. Personally, bro, like. And like just like Melissa said, man, like the accolades, like I didn't even know DC's accolades until he mentioned them. Like I didn't even know that he came packing, he came blasting, bro. And like, that's what you like to see, because you have, obviously me from South Africa, I don't know all these like NAACC whatever like titles that they get like in the US, like the Bo Nichols and all those wrestlers. And personally, man, as I'm seeing like these guys like compare like accolades, I would say DC is far greater than John Jones in my books, because like DC beat all these guys with a pot belly and like just fucking like the slams, bro. The slams that DC used to do to these guys, bro, that's crazy. Like it's like must watch TV, like I personally never heard of like DC until I saw his fights, because then I was like, when I saw his fights, I was like, okay, I see why this guy became like double champ, because he was a slugger, his wrestling was like top the elite level. It's better than John Jones' wrestling, like John Jones obviously has the striking and everything, but like DC was my guy, and personally, on my Mount Rushmore, I would put DC over John Jones any day, bro.
One thing I never thought I'd hear is you give any kind of credit to any wrestler. But there you go.
No.
No.
Listen,
I mean,
no.
What you go against Luke Michael talking about? He hugs people to death, and you just fucking give DC who's a top wrestler.
He doesn't slam people. Luke Michael doesn't do nothing but like he just
Luke Michael's not a wrestler.
Thank you, Andre. That's the one thing, bro.
I think you're jealous because you can't pull off those orange shorts, bro. That's all it is.
What's this? Fuck yeah, bro. Fuck him and his entrance, bro. Fuck him and the way he walks. But personally,
let me come to you before Kraken gets himself kidnapped again, man, and Melissa has to pay his fucking ransom. You know what I mean? We've seen a lot of what DC said there, but he's saying, and I think he's right in this. I felt sorry for DC in the build-up to the Stipe fight with John Jones, and they made DC have to illustrate how good John Jones was, and even included his video of getting battered by John Jones, and they have to use some of those parts there to really prop John Jones and show the people, the type of fighter he is. Do you think it's childish of John Jones to be taking what DC say so personally at this point, especially with the rivalry that they have?
I think at this point, yes, it was all well and good when DC was still active, before he retired, when he beat him, definitely. And, probably a few years in, but after DC's matured past being a fighter, he's now retired. He's now doing commentating. He now has to do things like sit through videos about John Jones being the GOAT and having to say, yeah, he beat me multiple times. Yeah, he kicked my ass, and having to say that all the time, literally all the time.
Got a bit terrible.
The last weigh-in show, they literally had him sit there watching a fake advert that he had done for another product and having it be about how he has John Jones on his mind rent-free. So at this point, as John Jones, you know that you've won. You know that you've beat him, even in his post-retirement. All you have to do is keep quiet because he's stewing in it left, right, and center. So yes, I think that for John Jones to then even add on, that's not goatee, if you will, because the GOAT just sits there because you are the GOAT. Nothing else needs to be said by you. But for him to consistently having to go back into DC, someone who's fully retired, who's being picked up by Khamzat Chimaev, who's being somewhat bullied by Islam Makhachev for absolutely no reason, calling him chubby and fat, there's no need for John Jones to add his 10 cents or whatever amount, 40 million, 30 million in there, because he is John Jones, who is considered as one of the GOATs, who beat DC, who is always being reminded of having lost to John Jones. So, yeah, I think childish might be I wouldn't use the word childish, but I don't think it's necessary. And I do think it does take some of the shine off him by consistently referencing a fighter that he beat. You beat him. We saw you slap his ass twice. I mean, we saw it. So why do you need to keep on going on and on? I know you guys had a heated rivalry, but just let that one die and let DC stew in it, because unfortunately that is the position that he's in.
I'm not even going to come to McDane or Olin here, man. I know these guys are John Jones haters. Maybe Adrian got some something to say on. I
got John Jones signed. No, I ain't hating, bro. I got John Jones signed glove, brother.
I'm hating. You can skip me.
You know what I mean? You're just skipping them for, you know what I mean? You don't even. I will hate on DC's. For them, you know what I mean?
Let me just say this. I will hate on DC's fat ass for bringing up the same fucking conversation for the 500th time. You know what I mean? I feel, when you started playing that, I was like, why is this brother bringing up old shit? You know what I mean? Like, this dude's told this exact same story, said this exact same fucking shit more times than Owen's told us about Islam breaking his fucking pinky finger.
Fuck off, dude.
So Olin, I'll be honest, we have a running bet about, we play over and under about how long it's going to take you on an episode to say that you've trained. Like, well,
I hope that you made money today, yeah.
Oh, yes, sir.
They've never.
If you watch our playback, you see me looking at my watch.
They never invited me to this game. You know what I
mean? These fucking guys.
Yeah, but Adrian, I'm gonna come to you. I mean, do you think? I mean, we've seen John Jones's accomplishment in the world of MMA, and yes, it popped. But do you also think it's proper to take all his other accomplishments away from him based on that one pop?
I beat you when I was on cocaine.
How do you feel about what the thing John DC was saying there?
Like he's been popped like once or twice for using people,
and he hid under the octagon as well,
or 3 times.
Hiding from USADA.
Now who's hating? Now who's hating?
3 times and he hit under the octagon.
But the thing is, has he been using his whole career, or was it just for that time? And I don't think one time, like, you can't take away from the fact that he's got those accolades, that he achieved those things, whether he was on it or not. Like he
how do we know?
Got it done.
How do we know that he never got popped? Like, as he was like,
here's the thing: USADA joined the chat and he started failing drug tests. And not only that, but when he did fail his second drug test, the UFC decided to not cancel him from the card. Instead, they decided to uproot a 12-fight fight card into another state because they knew that they could bribe the athletic commission of the other state. California, I live here. We need money. Come on, bro. I'm going to call a spade, Ola. Like, they came to California because they know Nevada don't play that shit. They moved 24 fighters and their families to another state so this man could fight. While he was testing positive for steroids, anabolics. You don't think they've done that before USADA came into the chat?
Yeah.
Especially if there's no publicity on it. Like, it's just too easy.
But what about hiring Jeff Nowitzki to clear him? And Nowitzki did clear him on that.
Nowitzki's a good talker. Not much more than that, though, Ola. Let's call a spade, bro.
I mean, I watched the whole Joe Rogan breakdown on the whole Jeff Nowitzki science.
The golden snitch? That's his nickname. I didn't come up with that shit. I wish I did. Some dude on Twitter came up with like 6 years ago. Joe Rogan called him that shit.
That's great. Oh my days. But yeah, I mean, Adrian, you were saying, you know.
Yeah, man, like he still achieved it, whether he was clean or not. Like, you can't take it away from him. It's there, it's official. But I also think to some extent I can understand Daniel Cormier's frustration with it, having lost to someone that clearly was using when he shouldn't have. So, and that's the times that he's been caught. So obviously Daniel Cormier feels cheated, but he must stop bringing it up. Like, it's the same story over and over. And like, to me, I was thinking about it now. Daniel Cormier is like this old guy that's like trying to reprimand or like trying to like almost like scold John Jones and prove how naughty of a child he is. But John Jones is this like careless teenager who's just like, you're going to say this, well, I'm just going to say something back anyway. And then that's when he'll come and tweet something about, you know, I'm this and I'm that, and then Daniel Cormier has to go and explain why he's saying this and why he thinks John Jones is like that. And like,
I hate how accurate this is. I hate how fucking accurate this is.
Like, it's like, because you can just hear John Jones like takes it with a pinch of salt and he just says something to piss Daniel Cormier off, and then Daniel Cormier goes on a rant.
And it works.
And he's like, and then it makes it worse. And then it will be silent again, and then John Jones just has to say one thing, and then he's got Daniel Cormier all over again. So it's like it's a funny rivalry, but you must give it up now. It's done. They both retired. So let it be. It is what it is. It's a part of UFC history, and let it go now. Come on,
Adrian. Do you think Jones is trying to kind of goad him or bait him into a grappling match or any kind of outside of the UFC match?
I think he's just trying to bait him into pissing him off. That's what I think it is.
That's fair. That's fair. I just wanted to play devil's advocate.
I think it's like Daniel Cormier is that guy in the friends group that everyone wants to like just tease, and I think that's just what John Jones is doing. He's just teasing the shit out of Daniel.
I can already
Cormier
tell you're probably a dick in the group chats, right? This guy's going through his head right now. He's like, I know the DC in every group chat I'm in.
When I'm at gym, man, I like talking shit to the guys as well. But yeah,
I think the DC in our group is
I just pick up that kind of thing.
It's dogs and Ola. It's dogs and Ola.
Hey, as long as I don't get hit with this, I'm happy.
Ola. It's easy to poke Ola. Just talk about the news.
I hit a quick Conor McGregor. I stand my fucking base, and then I exit the chat and go to work.
And hear how they pick on me all the time. You just like, hey, Adrian, these guys they pick on me all the time, man. I have to defend myself all the time,
bro. Like, what's crazy? What's crazy about the group
You
chat?
are the biggest instigator in that fucking group chat. Don't even.
Ola is only that guy when it's either any of his favorite fighters or any of your favorite fighters fighting, which is basically 95% of every fucking day.
Pick a fighter and then stir the pot with a big dirty spoon, acting like he didn't pick the fighter. Yeah.
and
Dan Ige has entered the chat.
This whole week, I've been on the South Africans in the group to the point they even forgot I picked DDP myself. You know what I mean? I've been on their neck all week.
Bro,
But
it
the
doesn't
crazy
matter if
bit
you picked
is-
them. The amount of shit you've talked since, it doesn't matter. There's no safe grounding here, bro.
The crazy bit is every time Jax comes into the chat and he's like, he just sees some like degenerate shit being posted, and he's like, "Fuck, gents, I just picked up my kid, and I'm out here having to
What did
see
I
like."
walk into?
If you ask Sterling, he just picked up one of 57 kids.
Jack up basement Jax, man. He's the unfortunate guy that walks in or types a message as something wrong is being talked about, like something wild is being spoken.
And
He
then
just
he's gone.
walks right into it. What the fuck did I just walk into? Like, yeah, but Jax is one of them guys there. But big up Jax, salute to Jax. Big up everybody that's been locked in with us over the last hour and a half. Salute
We're
to
about
every
imagine
single one of
listening to you
yous.
guys high. We are high.
We are. Did you see my comment? I said, Melissa, 80% of us are high.
Oh shit, yeah.
Trust me. And then when they be chugging up,
This is not nicotine, honey.
probably the only sober person right here is Adrian. You know what I mean? Adrian, what you got coming up, brother? What you got coming up? Because
Poor guy's sipping on water and oxygen right now.
Yeah, my water's run out.
And his water.
His body's a temple.
Yeah, it's actually a machine, but
Ours is the outside of the temple, and you really need to hire a groundskeeper.
I said the body is a machine. I wish I could fucking say that. That machine
what do
was
I have
built.
planned? Well, at the moment, I'm training really hard. We, you know me, I don't like to say anything before it's official, but we looking at getting back in the cage. End of the year. November was the last that I heard.
Nice.
And yeah, we definitely, with our last performance and so on, we're trying to negotiate a title shot. So we're gonna see what happens. So I'm not gonna say anything until we know exactly what's going on. But yeah, there's a lot of potential in that coming up at the end of the year. So yeah, holding thumbs it all works out. Otherwise, we're going to be heading back to Dubai. So we're going to see what happens.
Well, I was going to say that to you, brother. The last time we spoke, you were kind of here or there, or where you going, what you're doing. You were going to wait, speak, see what the offers were on the table. You got anything more solid? Obviously, you're looking at October, November. You said there.
Yeah, they look. Yeah, no, November, December. So
Which promotion?
Either we'll fight EFC for title, or we're gonna be going back to Dubai for the same event, 971. So we're seeing what's up. We're busy discussing now, negotiating with matchmakers, trying to see which is gonna come first, and then we're gonna take it from there.
You're in a good position right now, brother. You
Right.
Put your cards right.
Yeah.
You I'm gonna play matchmaker and devil's advocate at the same time.
This brother's
I
always
give you
playing devil's
gold
advocate.
title on the hand, but more money that EFC is gonna pay on the purse on the other side.
Bro's taking gold.
bro.
Bro's taking gold. Money can come later.
I'll tell you what. Someone asked me. Someone asked me this question, and
I know Rayo, bro. I know Rayo. Money's nice, but this dude also is in it for the glory and the pride. This
yeah,
guy's
of course. This is how it is. This is how it is. My mind is telling me no.
But my
mind is saying my mind is saying more money. More money is like the main thing. Like money, let's go. Let's get our worth.
Mm-hmm.
But my heart is saying championship. It's like it's been my goal and my dream since I started fighting. It's what I aimed for from day one, and now it's like the opportunity is coming and it's around the corner. So my heart is saying go for the belt, win the belt. Then you know you've edged your name into MMA history in South Africa, and you can finally be happy with what you've done. But obviously, money's good, eh? Money, you need money, eh? And the money that I'll be getting at the next fight will be more than what I got before.
Right.
But I am definitely leaning more.
You could
towards
definitely
the
be in
belt.
this situation come November, December, man. So you got plenty of time to think about it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you know, when you make your decision, you know, whatever that is, we're gonna be happy for you. We're gonna root for you. We're always behind you. on all your
And
endeavors.
you know me, I'll let you guys. I'll let you know as soon as soon as I know. And
that's what's up.
but
That's
for
what's up.
now, we're still negotiating. We're still speaking to the necessary people, and we've had a bit of a back and forth. So yeah, it's something's coming. That's all I know.
Yeah,
That's all I
Just
can
do
say
both, bro. Do both. It's 1 month
right now. I'll
apart.
do it, bro. I'll fight
walk in.
November.
Yeah,
We can get the
quick
belt.
quick knockout for the. There we
That's
go,
a
bro.
be like
Yeah, I mean,
Chimaev. You know what I mean?
hey.
Yeah, bro.
Give me
What's the matter?
10 days. Over here, over there. I fight everybody. Kill it. Smash everybody. Kill everybody.
Kill everybody. Smash everybody. Can I ask you a follow up, like semi-related question?
No.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh,
You mean
what's
smash
up,
everybody? Like he's South African. What do you mean smash everybody, kill everybody?
brother?
He's
Facts
South
are facts,
African.
big dog. Facts are
No,
facts,
no,
big
no,
dog.
no.
And this man's a
Crucifix.
winner. It like, come on, bro.
Crucifix.
But no. So I know you're talking about current promotions and things like that, but I'm just curious, like with you and kind of the trajectory you're on right now. Have you or your management been reached out to at all, or thought about reaching out to directly to Dana White's Contender Series? Because personally, I think you'd be a great fit as far as the style of fighter that they're looking for.
Well, I've spoken to my manager, and he's asked me, he's like, what's your end goal? And he's mentioned PFL to me. He's even mentioned one championship. He's mentioned, I said, like, UFC is definitely where I'd love to have a shot, even if it was like one fight. But obviously my age is something that plays against me. 33 at the moment, but it's not impossible. And we haven't really reached out to anyone or had anyone reach out to us just yet. But at the same time, we're trying to build momentum before we approach anybody, because my manager does have the necessary connections to speak to whoever it is. PFL is one that he's spoken to me quite a bit about. Now that
Ain't nobody can see it. There we go.
But yeah, man, like I would definitely, if the opportunity came, I'd take it with both hands for sure. And we'll see. Let's get a championship, maybe another international fight on maybe like a UAE Warriors or another 971. Because then I've gone. If I win the belt and I get another international fight and I win both, then I'm on a five fight winning streak. And then I think I'm more viable and more. Yeah, then you can knock on anyone's door and be like, hey, listen, let's see what we got.
I think with 971, it's also getting your face out there a bit more.
Yeah,
European
and 971 was amazing. Like, it was really well done, and the eyes that were on the promotion was quite a bit as well. And I mean, I got a bit of exposure, after that fight, and the guy that I beat, like we all know, was undefeated and so on. So it was a good platform to grow. But let's see. We've got a few things in front of us right now. So before we jump the gun or anything like that, we want to solidify that momentum and really like put something behind my name, and then we will go. But I'm keen. I'm 100% for it. If the opportunity came, I wouldn't shy away. Even if they called me tomorrow and they were like, "Listen," I'll be like, "Okay, cool. Let's put the belt down. Let's go do that." I think anyone would do that. But yeah, let's see. I don't want to say anything or and then it doesn't happen. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's the best way to go about it, man. And honestly, like, real quick, like, you mentioned your age, and I like, don't let that ever be a discredit factor or a kind of Debbie Downer factor, right? The oldest man to win so far in the Contender Series was 35 years of age, and he's had a pretty decent UFC career since then. So you're definitely not the oldest guy that will compete or will win a contract when you do decide to. So whether they call you or 2 years from now, I'll be fucking betting on you handily.
Well, yeah, let's go. Let's see if I can keep winning. Then 100%. I'm sure there's a good chance.
Fail with all else, just move to heavyweight, brother.
Well,
from a technical standpoint, you outclass every one of those guys.
You could fight until you're like 45 at heavyweight. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I might just go to middleweight and fight Luke Michael. We'll see what happens.
Hey, man. I bet you can get it done. You can get it done, bro.
Shout out Melissa real quick in the chat, bro. Hey, Adrian, shout out Melissa in the chat. When you win, not if you win. Right? Speak it into existence, brother. When you win, you're the fucking guy. Everybody else is playing for second place, brother.
Talking about that, like, think like the trajectory that I'm on right now and how I've been working and where I've put myself, I'm on a really good roll at the moment, and like a lot has changed mentally, and like I can see it way more than I could before, and I'm just really like I think I can keep it going for sure, definitely, and yeah, the belt's definitely in my reach. And I think we've still got a lot to do in the international scene as well. So yeah, I'll just keep working hard, and I'm surrounded by my old team now, PFA. I'm back under Mike's wing now, and like he's really guiding me and like really working with me a lot now. So yeah, we there's no doubt that we can get this done.
Alex, he currently fights under EFC and 971. He's kind of in between the two of them at the moment, brother. But the guy is on an absolute tear. And
whoever got the most money for Adrian, bro. You know what I mean? I'm all about securing your bag. I'm all about securing your bag, brother. You know what I mean? Secure that bag, man. That's it.
Yeah, well,
it's all about securing the bag, man. It's a short career, you know what I'm trying to say. So
yeah,
be financially stable, financially
Whoever makes the
secured,
best offer.
you know what I mean?
And
Yeah,
trust
whatever
me,
makes
bro,
the best offer,
Ola knows about
Whatever
short
makes the best
things.
It's a fact. It's a fact, folks. And I know about money. So yeah, man, whoever's offering you the most, you should definitely take them up on that offer, big guy. And Alex, Pip, everybody else in the chat, if you're not already following Adrian Sanchez, make sure you start following this man today. He is the best fighter you haven't heard of if you just tuned into the podcast, folks. He is fan-fucking-tastic, and the only thing he does better than fight is live. He's just a great human being. So make sure you're supporting the guy because he supports us.
Appreciate it.
And he talks a lot of shit as well, man. This is good Adrian today, you know what I mean? This is good Adrian today. He talks
He's on
a
his
lot of
best
shit
behavior.
Bro, Owen could have lined you up with the ladies there perfectly. The only thing he does better than fight is fuck. And he just absolutely dropped the ball. You know what I mean?
Brother, if we were in a different setting, I might as well be an X-Man and my name is Wingman. Ask me what my superpower is, brother. It's hooking you up. Let's go.
Speak for yourself. I'm not a good human. You know what I mean? I'm a bad savage, man. You know, I'm trying to say shit.
He's a real good man, but he's a bad boy.
That's the one right there, man.
Haram, that was a bit too far, bro. That's too
Haram.
Oh my days. Anyway, people, salute to every single one of you that's been locked in with us, whether you're watching live, whether you're watching on playback. Big up every single one of you people. Salute to you. Make sure you're following Mark Dane, the Rambling Dad, Adrian Rayo Sanchez. Go check him out on his Insta. Elite Slap Sports. Cracking. I get the cracking. Go check him out on his page. Head Kick Pod. Kick him in the head. Always supporting that movement over there. Go check out his page. And we've got MMA Normally. Olin, the CEO over there. Salute to you, my brother. Big up yourself. And everyone that's not on the show, Crossover MMA. We know you're busy over there. Big up yourself. S-Dogs. We know. Hey, you playing golf? You out there playing golf? Tell me you're not playing golf. I hope you lose. I hope you lose a golf game. Pick up yourself, S-Dogs MMA. And my boy, Basement Jacks, making the walk. Make sure you go and check out his content. He's just got content loading up right now. He's got a series of them that's coming out. That's the page to be on. Making the walk. Go and check him out. We did some work with him over there as well, man. So stay tuned for those as they start to drop. Big up yourself, Jacks. And the people, we ain't got a show this Friday. No card on the weekend. But we're going to be back for Dust Up Shakedown on Wednesday, next Wednesday. Salute to you. And boy, oh boy. Manchester United got knocked out tonight, bro. Jesus.
Hey, man, if I'm still alive, man, I'll join you guys. If I haven't been kidnapped by Luke Michael again, yeah, man, like I'll be here.
Don't worry, man. We'll keep everybody updated, man. And Adrian, salute to you, my bro. Thank you very much for your time. Always generous with you. I appreciate you, my brother.
Appreciate seeing you again, bro.
Yeah, man. 100%. Now, up onto the next video, people. Hasta la vista, we're out. Salute.
Peace.
Why are you gay?
Hey guys, this is John Anik from the UFC. You're watching the Fight Week Show. Please subscribe. Not now, but right now. Subscribe to the Fight Week Show. We'll see you guys on the road soon.